Hey everyone, what's going on? It is a beautiful Sunday afternoon here in July, and I'm very excited to bring you this video going over all the characters and all the memories after 13 years of playing World of Warcraft. And this has been an insane journey when you really think about it, because I know so many people who get so nostalgic over, like the good old days. And it's just crazy when you think back. So, if you will, take a little journey with me for a chance to look back in time and see the story behind these characters. And I would love to hear about the story behind all of your characters as well. So make sure you like and comment. And let me know what you think. Alright, so let's get right into it. First up, we have Earthwalker. This is my main for the duration of Legion so far, and it's a 906, 907, can't remember, item level Guardian Druid, and I have some other videos up of him tanking some Tomb of Sargeras footage. Very cool, please check that out. So this character started many years ago, and some of my favorite memories with this character are using the first time I ever got flight form in Wrath of the Lich King, flying over that I think it was called Rivenwood area in Howling Fjord. That was really cool. So that's when Earthwalker's legend kind of began in Wrath of the Lich King. And I love playing Guardian Druid in Legion, so that's definitely been a really fun character to play. I also have the other specs pretty decked out in artifact power, and I also like to show you guys my Transmogs too. So that's my main for Legion. Now let's look at the next character that we got here. We got Lucre, which actually means hello in Orcish. I've heard the grunts say it in Orcish. Lucre. That's what they say. So I was like, you know what? We got to make an Orc warrior. We got to name him that. We're using that classic Glad's helm, and just gives me a chance to show off some of these badass characters to you guys, man. Because you know what? Who doesn't love some Transmogs? So we got that Burning Crusade, Nexus Axe. And we're also featuring out that full Lich King Vrykul era armor set with the helm. Just for the record, we're using a 1440p here. But you know what? I actually don't think my video interface device records at that. So never mind. Scratch that. Forget that. But it looks really good. We got all on ultra settings, anti-aliasing maxed out, very powerful PC. We got the GTX 970 pushing out these graphics for y'all. So this is classic Orc warrior. You can't go wrong. You cannot go wrong with an Orc warrior. He's an arms spec. I've tried both the specs. They're really enjoyable. Next up, we have my main from Pandaria, Enkata, which is the Butcher, inspired by Bill the Butcher from the Gangs of New York movie. I always wanted him to be like, a cool rogue, really good at dual wielding and just battling people. So when I got that whole second tier set from Kata, from the Gladiator's gear, I went with that. So this is a pretty neat character. I always enjoyed playing rogue. I wasn't crazy about the changes to rogue and Legion. I felt like they really dumbed it down, honestly. I know they're pretty top on the charts now. I think with rating, I think rogue is like really bounced back after 7.2.5, but you know what? I felt like I wasn't crazy about the changes, but rogue is still really cool. I'll definitely level this character up, and you gotta love that undead rogue. We're also using the Diablo 2 soundtrack in the background. Rogue encampment. Whoever made that video, put that video up. Thank you to them. I think I liked that video. You gotta love it. Next up, we have Amist Blade, which is this character used to be a human, and I race changed him to a blood elf because I wanted to play Horde on Legion. And it's funny because this character name actually came to me in a dream. I had a dream I was playing some kind of original WoW, like maybe vanilla days mixed with some kind of like weird lineage flashbacks, and I was like, oh my god, I thought of this Amist Blade name, and I'm like, I don't even know what it means. People probably think it's a mist blade. It's just the ridiculous nature of this game, guys. Like, it's so cool. So I really enjoy that character. That's an Affliction Warlock. And it's really fun to deck these characters out with Transmogs. Got the one from the Firelands raids and some of the Time Lords era stuff from Cataclysm. So that's really neat. Crown of Flame from when they redid Molten Core, and we got that mount from that. I remember that was a really fun time. And then, alright, so that's that Warlock. So we're almost getting through the list here. I got a few more characters, and I just want to thank you guys for anybody watching this video. It's my true pleasure to share these characters with you, because after 13 years of WoW, it's like you can't even imagine how many memories you had. And I didn't even get to some of the real old dogs yet. So let's look at this next character, which is Onityranitor, which is what the Demon Hunters used to say in Warcraft 3. They would go, Onityranitor, though I be damned. That's what they used to say. So if anybody gets that reference when I'm in the game, that would be freaking incredible, because that is just such a random thing. But Demon Hunter seems really promising and really cool. I know there's a lot of them out there, but it's definitely a pretty fun class to play with all these. The transmog potential is crazy. You know, if I'm mistaken, you can put these into swords. You can do a lot with those. Next up, we have one of the most OG characters in the history of the world, going back to vanilla WoW with my buddies from high school. This is Malice the Dark. Alright, okay, this character was around since Tears Fall Glade days, when I would go into school and kids would be sitting around the lunch table being like, oh my god, can you have enough gold for that level 40 mount? That's crazy. I remember one kid's like, yeah, I hit 25. That was like high-end end game. You know, this guy thought he was end game at level 26. And the lore of this character goes, back then, you know, you didn't just make all kinds of characters. You had to really think about what you were going to play, because the time, you needed so much time. I think it's a really cool mage transmogs on this guy. I think this guy's really neat. And I had a warlock and a mage, and I said, oh my god, if I don't delete this warlock, I'll never be able to focus on the mage. So I deleted the warlock to play the mage, and sure enough, I've had this character for 13 years. And it's definitely seen a lot of interesting times throughout my life. It's crazy when you know people who were literally alive when you made the characters, and now they're not, you know, not with us any longer. It's crazy how it becomes like that. Now we're going to take a look at the most original character, another 13-year-old character. We have Ferric. This character is such a legend. I can't even tell you. This is the first character I ever had. I was a level 10 warrior in Westfall, and I just unlocked the talents. This was like the first MMO that I really played, guys, and it just was insane. I thought I was so big time unlocking the level 10 talents in Westfall. I didn't even know what I was doing. I had, I think, a sword and a shield on, and I chose arms. Nobody knew what the hell they were doing back then. It was crazy. I couldn't even believe I got out of Elwyn Forest, man. So this character did get the original Gladiators stuff. This is the original Gladiators gear. I think this is the first season of Gladiators or second season of Gladiators from BC. That's the greatsword. This isn't like I bought this after the fact. I literally got this back then. I had the arena score once I finally knew what I was doing with the game. And that's the tabard from when the original Naxxramas Black Citadel floated over Eastern Plague Lands. Remember that? And did that whole thing back then? Oh my god. This is old school stuff we're talking here. People don't realize how far this goes back. And so this is my original warrior. He did original Molten Core raids. I got the Boots of Might one time, I remember. I couldn't believe it. I just got myself attuned. It's one of the fondest memories I have. So that's literally like my first character right here. Human warrior, coming straight out of Warcraft 3 days. I was like, oh my god, I gotta make a human. I gotta be like a footman that just like got so elite, became a knight. That's what I was thinking about. Up next we got a This character used to be maxed out. I haven't leveled him up in a long time. Gavin Rod. This is a 90 pally, but the cool part about this character is, well, he used to be also named Ferric, and I transferred him over and changed his name. He used to be on Boulder Fist. And what's cool about this character is the Tabard. That's the Karaenide Tabard from BC, where you got to kill like 4 million freaking ogres in order to get all those Talbuk mounts. And people don't realize the grind you had to go through back then to get all that. So that's what makes this character unique, is that he's exalted with the Karaenide, so he can wear that. And none of my other characters can wear that Tabard. So that's a little fun anecdote from that character. And now we will take a look at just a couple more characters, because a lot of these other characters are not relevant, but believe me, I mean, the stories keep coming. This is my old Alliance server, where we have this character Lothitis, Human Priest. This is the guild master of the Mushroom Spirit Forest, which is the guild that I made based around trippy mushroom shit like 3 years ago. And that guild had a lot of friends of mine in it. A lot of my real life friends were all playing back then. And this guy's the guild master, and he was, you know, he was just a very cool RPG style character to have. A Human Priest. I can't tell you how fun it was to play Priest. I wish I could get back into this character, but Storm Reaver is like low pop. It feels so dead. I know everything's linked nowadays, but I just love being on Emerald Dream now. It's really hard to play anyone. And we have, this is my Worgen Warrior from the Mushroom Spirit Forest days. It's really cool, guys. I'd love to hear your stories too about how long you've been at this, and how many funny characters. We got Smoot Gherkin and Uncle Clug. These are some funny ass character names. I don't know why anyone would name their character Uncle Clug. Return of the Clug. Oh man. And then we got a couple more for you, I think. Let's see. Let's go to Destromat. This was my longtime Horde server since like high school days. Oh, there we go. That's a cool cat right there. Level 87 Hunter. This character was my main for a while, so I picked up all that Glad's gear, and we got Banthalos, the spirit owl that you got to shoot out of the sky and then have somebody give you slow fall or like a pally bubble so you don't die while you're falling out of the sky, and then you gotta tame that if you're a Beastmaster. So you guys see that that spirit ghost owl back there, which is always a cool pet. You gotta love that pet. I got a lot of rare pets on this hunter. We got here Retribution Pally. Very cool. My original DK tank. This was my he's got that what do they call this? Sun Reavers from Trial in LK days. Very cool. This character was my main tank in ICC. I used to raid ICC with my buddies on my MacBook Pro with the dual core, and I thought it was cool. I thought I was like had a really good computer. I used that laptop would get so hot. Now I'm on the 8-core desktop. Obviously I've been on that for a long time. We got a 55-inch screen. I mean, you cannot beat it. You absolutely cannot beat it. But and to believe that when I started playing and I showed you those characters from the beginning of the video, here we got Hitmonlee. Nice Pokemon reference here to this Pandaren monk. Neat character. Brewmasters really boss right now. I don't play this character anymore, but they're pretty cool. Old shaman action. So yeah, and can you believe that I started playing this game on a Pentium 4? A Pentium 4 on Windows XP, and now we're playing on 8 cores. This is just insane, guys. So thank you so much for coming along on this journey through time. Badass Chars, 13 years of WoW. Very chill video. Let me know what you think. And it is great to be a part of the YouTube community. I've been having a lot of fun with it. So cheers, you crazy freaking WoW players.